man. Got shit in my front seat. Deal with it. But all right, apparently it's going around on X that the ABC or it's Walt Disney Family Networks, ABC, ESPN is running a commercial, and I share it. They're running a commercial saying that the Cavaliers Knicks game 1, 3:30, whatever it is, and they're basically ran a commercial. Now, maybe it's AI, but like a real commercial to me. And I mean, so because the money, think about it for a minute. The money was probably, the underdog was the Pistons yesterday, you know, and they're going to be the favorites going to game 7. Everybody thinking it's a blowout. It's going to be a blowout. The Cavs got no chance. Game 7 Harden, you know, and they want to get the Knicks to the finals. That's my belief. They want the Knicks in the finals. They really wanted them over Indiana in the finals because that's the that's the East Coast. Well, that's the United States or North America media capital. And they know that the Cavs, they're going to beat the Cavs. And also you get the star power with Mitchell and Harden. And they that's one thing about the NBA, and check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. They want to ride the old star power. And that's one of the reasons why I did a video talking about the NBA don't have, you know, new stars. One of the reasons somebody brought up in the comment section, you know, that I did acknowledge on my main channel, they said that because they won't stop promoting the old ones. And that's has a lot to do with it. I would agree. You know, but in general, they want to get the most out of guys like Harden, Mitchell. You know, you really want passing of the torch moments, okay? You see LeBron pass the torch. It really, ideally, they would love to see Michael pass the torch to the Spurs or to Kobe and Shaq. You know, however that would have went. But, you know, that is what it is. And right now, a lot of people saying, oh, they not even hiding no more. They like on the Simpsons shit, where the Simpsons predict a lot of stuff that happened. And, you know, it is what it is. You know, you want to believe it or not. The trend, you know, when you dealing with betting and all that, of course, they want to take bettor's money. So off the money going in on Detroit to win it, they want to break the betting. So now most people probably gonna pick the Cavs to win this series. And I'm not mad at it. Now, I mean, well, that's what the NBA want. And that's the problem. They want to push international stars like Victor and Giannis and Jokic, but ain't nobody buying it like that. Instead of having a young guy like Cade and showcasing him, just think about it. They waited till Cade was down 3-2 to roll out the announcement that they were going to be dropping his new shoe. You know? Why wait that long? As soon as he came back versus Orlando, the marketing should have been on. But especially as men, we tend to go with things that are familiar. As humans, I feel like that's the way it is. We tend to favor things and go backwards and go to things that we're familiar with. Adam Silver has to... Come on, baby, man. Come on. What are you doing? Use your... Well, she an old person. Let me be quiet. I ain't talking about old people. We tend to go with people that... things that we're familiar with, but they probably give it to the Cavs, you know. The Scott Foster or Tony Nacho brothers. They're probably gonna give it to the Cavs. It won't surprise me. But the thing about it is, you know, it's just fuel to the fire for Detroit. Detroit, a young team. If they can stay healthy and make a couple adjustments, some guys can improve. There really ain't no rush. You know, I feel like in the NFL, it's a little bit more of a rush with the Lions because it's a window. It's a window. Because the average NFL career, last time I checked, was 2.5 seasons. So when you got an opportunity to strike in the NFL window, that's why I like what the Rams did. They had opportunity to strike to get a championship, and they did. especially when you were good a drafter as Brad Holmes and Les Snead and those guys. When you draft as good as those guys, mid and late rounds, you can take chances and go for it. But we know why the Lions don't take the chance and exploit that window. We all know why. It's because the ownership is cheap. Yeah, I'm eating candy. Not even a big candy eater, but you know, I just wanted to taste some candy. No diddy. but yeah. So they running the commercial. And it's not surprising to me. They have a vendetta against the city of Detroit, but if the Cavs win, you know, I mean, I have no issue with Cleveland. They fans been through a lot of pain that we've been through. I don't know the last time they won a championship. When I look at the Browns, the Cavs, you know, I'll be like, man, that shit kind of remind me in Buffalo too. So I don't really I'm happy to see teams, small markets win. And I hear people in the comments, Detroit's not a small market. They the tip, man. When I say small market, I'm talking about markets that they want to historic markets. LA Lakers, even though their fan base is trash, is mid. LA Lakers, Boston, the grandfather team, the historic franchises. That's what they want to pump out, or wherever LeBron is, wherever Steph Curry is, you know, they don't really fuck with the Warriors like that neither. It's just that Steph turned out to be a phenomenon. Detroit is not a big market because we going by big markets then off of size. Why ain't Houston and Chicago historically been a lot better in the National Basketball Association? So I say big market, I'm going by their historic standards. You know, but you know, it is what it is, man. So I mean, I wanted to clarify that in the comment section. But yeah, man. But you know, it is what it is, or it is what it ain't. But the commercial, I mean, it don't surprise me, man. They throw it in our faces all the time with these domestic terrorist movies. These movies that, I mean, just TV shows, they throw it in our face. The Simpsons, they throw it in our face. You know, even you go back in the day when they were doing movies like Total Recall, you know, Demolition Man, you know, Going into the Future, Mad Max, they threw it all in your face. If you didn't see Running Man, the original version, and the one that just came out with Glenn Powell, that's his name. That's really good. I like the new version. Is I did a movie review on the main channel. Just check out the movie review playlist on Goodfella TV. The link's inside the link tree in the description. I like the second one is more book accurate than the Arnold Schwarzenegger one. They're both good, but they both, in the original one, they were talking about AI in the 80s, using AR altering software in the 80s. And it's a futuristic movie to shape how we see the world and the current events that happen. And so, yeah, ain't none of this new. Ain't nothing, like what Nas said, man, ain't nothing new up under the sun. But I appreciate y'all. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the link in the description, check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Follow me everywhere. Want to donate to the channel? Appreciate it. All that's in the description or inside that link tree where say find me everywhere. Peace.